and a puppy and on my mess of my room. Darling puppy girl, why don't you get up here and lay down with the rest of us? I'll put my watch right there so I can kind of keep an eye. So I got excellent news this morning. I haven't really shared it with anybody yet, and I'm not going to go into detail, but something that I've been working on is progressing forward. I will go into detail once I'm okay to put the information out there. I thought while my dude is golfing that I would give you a little update on the health thing. I have been really terrible about sitting down and actually filming a full video. So here we go. I did try to film this a couple of weeks ago. I had a roller derby game in Casper, which is an hour and a half or so from here. And I thought, what a perfect time to test this lavalier mic. Not the biggest fan of, because you can see it. I do like that it picked up the quality and everything, but I'm not a fan of this. I tested it out in the car, and it seems like my car's Bluetooth overpowers everything. And that seems to be the case when I'm listening to something or anything. So I have to figure out how to make it not prioritize that. But we're starting over. Now I'm at the end of it. At the time I was at the start of it. Well, hopefully I can remember everything. I had gone on the 4th of September. Today is the 24th, so 20 days ago, to an ENT that I had been waiting to get into for quite a while. Let me grab a sip here. So I had initially gone in early July, and she said, okay, well, I want you to pull a tooth that is right here that was really just root tips. And I knew that wasn't going to be the solution, but I knew it would also help. I understand the correlation between teeth and sinus. So I went ahead and did that, and it needed to be pulled anyway. I was just trying to prioritize this sinus issue I was having over my teeth, which are the next kind of medical thing. I did that, had a follow-up appointment on the 4th of September, went there. She thought things were better. She was able to get in and see a little more and decided that it looked like in my left sinus there was some old infection of some sort that I'd been fighting off and haven't been able to get fully rid of. So she put me on this double antibiotic tactic. So I took an oral antibiotic, which was, I might have thrown away the bottle even. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't Keflex, but it was something like that, super hardcore, 14 days. Oh no, we're just eating sky raisins. It's okay. That and this topical antibiotic that comes in like a ointment called muprosin. I don't know how to say anything, I guess. And I got off-label instructions from her to mix it. So you take a Nelimed, I think it's called. It's like a neti pot, but it's a squeeze bottle. I was squeezing 1 inch of the ointment into the bottle with distilled water and a half a packet of, it comes with like the salt packets is what I've been calling them. And so you mix that up and get it fully incorporated. And then you put a little bit of baby shampoo, like Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo in there. Mix it up and then give a squeeze, run it. I did that for a couple days and it was excruciatingly painful. It was so painful. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's just because of all the crap. But then I got to where I could not make myself do it. So I thought, and all the instructions say the water needed to be room temperature. And I was like, screw that. So I would nuke the water every night. It wasn't even quite body temperature, but it was warmer. It was like the amount of water I needed for 30 seconds. So it wasn't hot by any means, but it was warmer. And instead of shaking the bottle to incorporate the baby shampoo, I gave it a vigorous swirl, and it didn't create foam until after. It would foam up coming out, but not going in. And those two things killed the pain. It created a lot of drainage, and I'm not so sure it actually did anything. I don't feel any different, except I feel different in my ear, but I still feel completely stuffed. So I don't know. I do know that it definitely provided like a bunch of relief for the irritation I was feeling at the time, and it had to have been doing something on some level, because it was like a process of, in the beginning I had to have a box of Kleenex on me at all times because I was just a faucet. And then as it got to the end of it, it wasn't as bad. And then I took a couple of days off, and then now I'm doing Nasonex or Nasacort. Either one is fine. Not Flonase, because Flonase is alcohol based, twice a day, like in perpetuity. I do have a follow-up appointment with her that she said I didn't have to keep if I was feeling better, but I do kind of want to keep it. You know, antibiotics do not target viruses. They target bacteria. We didn't know what we were dealing with, so she doubled me up. So the reason that she added the baby shampoo baby shampoo breaks down the biofilm that bacteria creates. It also surrounds the virus. So you're basically 2-in-1 flushing that out. It did make everything smell like baby shampoo, and I definitely blew bubbles out my nose. It was comical. If it didn't hurt so bad, it would have been comical. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is Virta Health. Now, I got a letter in the mail, in the old-fashioned snail mail, from my health insurance provider. They said you could qualify for this. It's a new program. It's for people who are obese or overweight, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You could get it for free, give us a shot. And I was like, okay. And I put it on my stack of stuff to deal with, and I never dealt with it. And then one day I got an email also prompting me to do it. So I was like, okay, I'll sign up. And I did. So then you have a meeting with like a preliminary person, and it's just like an intake meeting, right? So she asks me about my history with my weight issues, like, because they're trying to vet for eating disorders, and if they think you've got a pretty good grip, they're going to request that you still see a therapist. If you don't have an eating disorder, cool. They wanted to know because they base a lot of their stuff off of keto, which is good because I've already coming from that place. Wanted to know if I've ever been on a low carb diet before, if I've ever dieted at all before, get an idea of where I'm at and what I'm doing. And it tells you on the app, not the app, but like on the startup instructions, not to start anything until you get this. But I told her, like, I'm already committed to starting this thing. So she was okay with that. She said, okay, so it'll take a couple days. Keep an eye on the app. It'll tell you in the app if you're approved or not. And I got approved. So you get like a coach and a healthcare provider. And then they'll potentially like maybe want me to get my blood drawn, to do labs, A1C, all those kinds of things, which they pay for, I guess. Well, a couple of days ago, it started prompting me to set up an appointment to do a quick Zoom call with my coach. My coach's schedule didn't allow for what my schedule allowed for. So I sent her this message on there, like, here's my schedule. It conflicts with your schedule. What can we do? She made time for me. We're having that appointment tomorrow. In the meantime, though, the app is like flawed, right? Like, there's a few things wrong with it. And I'm hoping that they can change my mind, because in this moment, I'm frustrated with them. So then in the meantime, in the feed, I'm getting this other person asking me to also set up an appointment. And I didn't understand at first, because when it gives you your notification on the phone, it says your coach's name is messaging you. So you open it and you're it's within the app, but it's just like a texting. And it says it's my coach. And then you got to read this fine print to see that it's not the coach, it's the healthcare provider who is saying to me, I need you to schedule an appointment with me before you get started with this person. I was super confused, and I was like, and I didn't realize it was this other person. You already made arrangements this way, blah, blah, blah. Then I realized I was the idiot. So I said, oh, I didn't understand. I'm very confused. I don't understand why we're all in the same conversation. And they kind of glazed over that. And they were like, you just need to schedule also an appointment with your provider. So I did. At first, I accidentally set the time up for when I was supposed to meet with my coach. And then I said, oh gosh, you got to pull that out because I screwed up. And I set an appointment for today. I set it for 4:45. I get off of work at 4. It's a little town. It doesn't take long to go places. So I go to my parents' house and bring them some tomatoes and stuff. And my mom's been sick, so I went and got her some Jell-O. And then in the meantime, my boyfriend calls and he's like, I'm going to go golfing. I forgot my golf shoes. Can you bring my golf shoes? I'm like, oh my God, I had all this time and now everybody wants my attention right now. So anyway, I rushed myself around to get everything for everybody, which was not about my mom. I wanted to help her and I should have had time, whatever. So then I park at the golf course after I've dropped off the shoes, and I'm going to just sit parked in my car and talk to my provider on the Zoom call parked in my car. And there's no damn link. It emails you a link when you schedule other things, and I never got emailed anything. So I'm looking all through the whole app. There's no link in the app. There's no link in this message thing. But she gets in the message thing, I see at 4:15 and says, hey, I'm here early. If you can do early, that's great. But there's no link. And I say in there, I have no link. I have no way to join this Zoom call with you because I do not have a link. You haven't sent me anything. So nothing, nobody, nothing. And it's 4:44 And I get on with the support, and there's like a live chat button. So you click it and you tell it your spiel, and then it says, okay, somebody will get back to you in 24 hours. Okay, well, that does me no good. Nobody's responding to me in the regular chat thing. Nobody's responding to me in the support thing. There's no email coming through. I log into Zoom. I've already had Zoom conversation with them. There's no anything in Zoom. And in the meantime, while I'm sitting here trying to patiently wait for somebody to send me a link, I get a phone call. It's most likely a spam call, some crazy number I don't recognize. I check the voicemail after a while of getting frustrated and deciding nobody's going to respond to me. And it is a third person, and technically a fourth person, because I talked to a nurse, and then I have my coach and my provider, and then it's this other person that I don't know, and they're like, hi, I'm whoever, whatever their name was. I see that they're waiting for you in the Zoom call and you haven't made it in there, and I understand that these things are confusing. Maybe you need to reschedule and blah, 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 and that pissed me off. So I get back onto the chat thing and I say, hey, I was not frustrated before. I was trying to be patient, but now I'm extremely irritated. There's all of these people involved in this. Nobody's sending me anything, and I'm getting told that I'm screwing stuff up because I didn't click on a Zoom link that was never provided to me, and I have asked for help and gotten no response. Then I came home and I was so mad that I just sat right here, this is my bed, and cried like a little baby for a minute or 2 or 10 because I was so irritated. It makes me mad because all I wanted to do was help my mom out a little bit and then come home and relax, do this call. And now I'm like, I don't even know if I want to use this program because I'm already doing a keto diet. I'm already making progress. I'm on freaking phentermine, which, by the way, update this morning, I was at 232 pounds. So we're creeping down. I'm questioning whether I should even be involved in this or not and what kind of help they're actually going to give me. And I sat here and made myself not continue to type because I was about to be like, you know what? Thank you for your time. I appreciate this as a free service, but I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. So please just remove me. And I didn't. I'm going to talk to my coach tomorrow. Hopefully she can help me feel better about things, and hopefully it's a good thing because I really would like to bring that element of this in to this series so that people know that that's another resource for them. So anyway, I'm sorry that I'm all irritated and mad and venting. I really think it'll be cool if I can get over my crap. And I wanted to give you an update on my sinuses. I guess we'll see as time goes. I can tell that I'm still totally stuffed on this side. It's the side that's the problem. And now we're back to the point where when I blow my nose, nothing comes out, which was the problem before. I'm having a bad day. I'm about to go to bed, I think. Put myself to bed, get over my little first world problems. Anyway, I hope your day is better than mine. Thank you for letting me vent. I really am going to try to not be the person who complains on the internet all the time. But hey, it was on my to-do list, which I'm trying to be a stickler about, to film a video today. So I guess we just get a ramble video. And I will get back to some more structured videos next time. Thank you. Bye. Google support is the literal worst, by the way.